Beth's over there.
Hello. Hello, and welcome to She is the Ancient, a genderbent Curse of Strahd. Episodes 1 through 3, this is episode 4, are available on demand now on Gilding Light's YouTube. We also have a Session 0 and a Session 3.5 bonus episodes up on Patreon. Also, all of our episodes are titled after our favorite audience comments, and you can easily find out how to access these things at sheistheancient.com. Today, the artwork in today's stream is used with permission from James RPG Art. You can find a link to his work and other show credits and a list of thematic warnings also at sheistheancient.com. Quick note, this is a gothic horror campaign and much of the content may be disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, we've got a disadvantage for Roxy that I've been holding on to for far too long. I'll definitely use that at some point today. We were just in the roleplay backstory session last week, so there wasn't an ideal opportunity to use it. But anyways, thank you for being here. I'm your dungeon master, Beth the Bard. And these are the players today, and every week. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you all. So, we're gonna go Jessie J first. I can't see the screen, so I don't know.
Hi, I'm Jessie Davidson. I'm playing Todd, an elf that's been trapped in Barovia for a very long time. And is a little bit crazed.
Next one, and Todd was our bonus episode this last week, seeing what happened when they went off into the woods. Next up, let's go with you, Fenway.
Hi everyone, my name is Sunny Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM, and I am playing Sarzana. She is a half angel, half demon, rogue, I think.
Sounds right.
Yes.
I think I just looked at your sheet today. I think it's rogue.
Yes, she is a rogue. Soul Knife rogue specifically. And she has a lot of issues that she doesn't talk about.
Drama. Dun, dun, dun. Lovely. Next up is Ty.
Hello, I am Ty Stone. I am at Roxy Tiefling on Twitter, and I am the president and founder of the Beth the Bard fan club, and I work with her behind the scenes to produce content. And today I'm playing Roxy, the Hexblood Bard, and they are very happy because they got to channel the spirits that they've always heard.
Very nice. And that is now up to you, Casual, for intro and recap. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I gotta do both at the same time? Okay. What can I say?
Time.
One breath.
It's Jay Casual Campbell. You find me on all social media at Casual Campbell. I aspire to inspire to the day I expire with no plans to retire. And I am playing Dr. Jericho Bimbax, the artificer with a knack for numbing down. And for the recap, I am going to tell you the notes from Dr. Jericho himself. Nom nom. With old tent fire. People bad. Crystal ball no nom. And that is the recap. But seriously, as we dive deeper into the mist, we are making our way through the forest lands. And the mist thickens as we trot our way. 2 horses and a flightful half-angel, half-demon, carrying a young, reborn goblin piecemeal together. And eventually they come across a split in the road, one with gallows and another that leads down to what is believed to be a camp, as the young boy speaks of fire and people. Though the party's curiosity is unmatched as they must dive deeper to find what these gallows portray. Each one approaches, and each one's met with a visage of themselves hung by the gallows, a noose holding firmly, the eyes tracking the person. And it seems to be an ominous tale of not what was, but what could soon be. Each one responding in kind, some in fear, some in anger, and some in an insatiable appetite. Though they find the gallows to be ominous, they depart further into the forest. They move through a clearing. As it gets more and more compact, the trees squeezing down the pathway, holding them, preventing motion. And young DJ, claustrophobic as they are, runs forward and finally makes a way into an actual clearing. But the fear overtakes them as they move through, tearing through a tent. A lightning shoots from their body and ignites what appears to be a bright red tent. And the rest of the party, Roxy, Todd, and Sarzenath, along with their 2 companions, see a camp full of people. A band of merry it is, music and joyous energy, unmatched by the natural ominous and dark energy around them. They find curiosity. Sarzenath finds someone that deals in tattoos. Todd, unsure of what to deal with these children all around, is met with more conversation with Eddie. And Roxy has a bit of curiosity on what magic holds. And they soon find themselves meeting a woman, or so they believe, shrouded in a cloak of darkness, speaking of ominous tales, foreboding futures, a foretelling that none wish to believe. Roxy learns more of her truth. Sarzenath is revealed on what is yet to come, or what shall be. Todd learns of a friend that they see and others are now learning to be an acknowledgement of reality. Eddie is more than a phantom of the imagination. And DJ finds that there's a chance to become themselves again. Todd decides they wish not to be here longer and tries to run away. Though the party tries to keep them there, Todd says, "No, I shall not remain in this foul place," and departs, leaving Roxy, Sarzenath, and DJ in his camp with people, unsure of what to come next, but absolute certainty that they must rest. Let us see what happens next as we follow She is the Ancient.
Yeah, you're stuck doing recaps forever. I'm sorry. That's just how
I half
it is.
expected you to say Twilight Zone at the end of that.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost did. My brain, because the music hit me, and I was like,
yeah, the way the music's going, I was like, he's gonna say the Twilight Zone.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Also, thanks everyone for sticking around for, waiting through tech issues and stuff. But now we begin. We open at the Serpool encampment early in the morning. But before we continue there, let's talk about a few things from the evening before. As you wake for the day, each of you in your colorful, cozy tent, a few memories come to your mind from the previous evening. After the 4 of you left Baba Eve's tent, you noticed that, 1, Ismark and Irina were very, very quiet during the reading, and the Baba spoke very little to them. 2, that Ismark and Irina stayed behind in the tent when you all left. And 3, that Todd was clearly distraught. Some of you tried to prevent them from leaving the camp into the darkening woods, but failed. You opted to let them go in hopes that they'll blow off some steam and return at some point in the night. They did not return before you settled into sleep. Now, before we go into our scene this morning, what else did you spend your time doing before calling it a night? DJ, Sarzenath, and Roxy.
Well, I was very concerned when I started walking that lightning was shooting my feet. So I didn't have time to put on my hat disguise, so I just cast Disguise Self. But the last person I interacted with was the woman storyteller, so I just looked like her. And I would have gone out and, after the lightning stopped, set up my little vermin traps to try to catch some things in the night.
So are you just blatantly walking around the camp looking just like somebody else at the camp?
Yep. Yeah.
Great. fantastic.
Good to know. I think.
But only for an hour. But I don't realize that.
All right. What about Sarzaneth and DJ?
Well, Sarzaneth has found a new love of tattoos. And so she would probably have spent most of the evening trying to convince the tattoo artists to give her more and more tattoos until pretty much basically her arm and the back of her, the top of her back and the back of her neck are filled.
You are reduced quite a few hit points over the course of the evening. Luckily, you get them back over your long rest. You also feel a little bit dizzy, but man, you got some good stuff. And, you know, they had to keep working in turn to continue tattooing you. You know, one would get tired because they're doing it like, you know, old fashioned, just like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
And so they kind of took turns, and over the course of probably 10 different people, you gather bits and pieces of stories from them about an order of the Silver Dragon around here, and somebody named Argynvost that was the dragon, maybe? And that their castle is further east on, or not east, hold on, west on the map. And that their skull is confined in Ravenloft Castle and is highly magical. What about you, DJ?
So DJ, after having to deal with this woman who spoke of a potential of return, DJ would have taken an open clearing and would have coughed up every organ, body, and body part that they have consumed over the last quite some time. And starting with the body most recently consumed, the sick man, would have coughed him up and started separating the body parts at each primary joint and tearing off each of the pieces of skin and using like a magical paintbrush to change the skin tone and material of the random pieces and hanging those up. Same thing with tearing off the muscle tissue and hanging up the veins that were in the body, hanging those as well, and putting the bones, all the bones of the dwarf, the goblin, and the people, and laying them all out around them. And intricately changing each one, molding them together, getting bones to be a certain length, shaving them, getting some of the veins and stretching them out and trying to dry them entirely. Basically crafting all these pieces into something for a future project.
Delightful. Again, a couple things to clarify. One, do you do this in front of the camp?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. DJ's like, oh,
Okay.
open space. Do this. Pop up and start working.
There's a few kids that I've taken to not getting too close to you. They remember what happened to their cousin a little bit earlier, and they just kind of sit and they watch. And one of them will reach out once in a while and kind of go to like poke one of the bones, but then like look at you like, are they gonna?
And DJ's
attack
working,
me?
and Baby Boombox will come around and stand in front, like kind of by them, and this mechanical broken teddy bear looks with one eye kind of dangling out and makes like a mechanical grimace.
They stop. They just sit and they watch, and they just keep eyeballing Baby Boombox and looking back at you, trying to like absorb what you're doing, just like, you know, like remember it forever, but then like looking over at Boombox. And
And then I need metal. If you have metal pieces and you don't need them, I'll trade you metal for pieces.
metal? You need metal?
Yes, metal. Swords, daggers, shields, armor, anything.
My daddy has a sword. I'll go get it. He keeps it up on the wall in our caravan. I'll go get it. I'll be right back. And this little kid takes off. A little while later, little kid's like dragging this greatsword behind them through the dirt, behind the tents and everything, so nobody else sees, and brings it over to you.
You can take some of these. Moving some of like the older, like more like animal bits that have been acquired, more of the smaller creatures, like some gnomish parts. There's like a halfling thigh, and then the skull of something that might be presumed like a Goliath, if not a giant. It's like part of the top of the skull. These pieces, you can have a couple of these for that.
Okay. And this kid, all they can pick up is like the Goliath skull, and they just scoop it up and they head back to their tent to put it in there in place of the sword.
And then with the greatsword, DJ will dig their fingers into the metal, pushing harder and harder until it's able to embed, and will like rip it in half, and black threads will start to weave through the metal and dismantle it into smaller fragment pieces and start embedding it in pieces of the bone and some of the flesh and start sewing it into the components, and then stretching and thinning some of it and making it shape almost matching some of the bones. And one thread of this silver from the greatsword is threaded to look like blood vessels.
Very cool. Another note of clarification. One of the bodies that you've collected that you've now dismembered, was one of them the innkeeper that Boombox killed and you ate the other day?
I would, yes. If I've
Yep.
eaten their body recently, it's one of them.
Okay, good. Just wanted to know. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, that body is now dismembered into multiple fragments and then being reassembled. And the rest of my time will be spent doing some of this reassembly process of stripping skin from flesh and then getting the muscle tissue, bone, and veins separated properly.
Very cool. All right. So, you have all spent the evening in various activities, freaking out the company you keep, but you know they're kind of taking it in stride. You see a few of them kind of go in and visit with Baba Eve very frantically, and they come out calm and chill about the situation. And tucking in for the night, Irina and Ismark did eventually come out of the tent. Irina insisted that Ismark stay with one of you three for safety. She looks hopefully at Sarzaneth, who has been particularly protective of Ismark, and says, I do not trust that he will be safe with me when Strahd is out for both of us. I think it is best to divide. Would you...
Sarzaneth will nod and agree to allowing Ismark in the tent.
Thank you. She's very happy about this. You can sense just like a huge sigh of relief, and she goes off into her own tent. And if that is all for the three of you, then we will open up into the next morning. Where, let's see. Yeah. Coming in and out of sleep first thing in the morning here, you catch some odd noises coming from outside the tent. You hear the sounds of a pig squealing violently. You hear the sounds of squelching. You smell a burning. You hear talking. You're fully awake now, Sarzaneth. Ismark is curled up in a cot near you, safe and snug with his leather tome tucked firmly under his arms. Who steps out of their tent first? Just out of curiosity.
I will. I want to check my traps to see if I caught anything.
Okay. Roxy, as you step out of your tent, the scene before you is a little bit more than confusing. What you see is the fire pit aflame, smoke billowing up from it, bits of charred meat being flipped over by Todd. Todd is back. I assume at this point Sarzeneth, and I don't know about DJ. We'll see what DJ's doing. Sarzeneth, you step out. The two of you at least see that Todd is covered head to toe in thick, sticky, dark red gore. Most of it looks dried at this point. They also have some kind of like white chicken feathers stuck all over their chest, like into the dried blood. Next to them is, no, not is, was once a pig. It was the village's pig. You actually remember seeing this thing run around the evening before. Next to Todd is a disembodied femur bone. Seems to be levitating in the air next to them. Something like that. Todd, what have you prepared for the party this morning?
Bacon and eggs. Roxy! Sar!
I'll
I need
go
breakfast!
very cautious. Are you hurt? What? Are you okay?
No, I'm doing great. It's great. Isn't it a beautiful morning? Do you want some bacon? And I'm gonna like start trying to saw the bacon off the pan because it's just charcoal.
I was about to ask, how does the food look?
It's super charcoal. Todd can't cook.
Oh.
Todd's never cooked in their life.
I think I'll politely take a piece and then be like, I gotta check on my traps. But are you sure you're okay? You left in a hurry last night.
I'm fantastic. Eddie, aren't we fantastic? I'm just going to look over at the bone. We're fantastic. Eddie's not so great. I'm doing wonderful this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that, Eddie. Thank you for the breakfast, Todd, and I'll not actually eat it, but I'll walk away with the piece handed to me.
DJ, where are you?
DJ would be at towards the edge of camp, with a piece of what seems to be metal kind of hanging out of the tree right now. That's all you can see with how high it's kind of hung and strung up. You do see black threads coiled around the pieces of metal, and there is visible amounts of like blood dripping from it. And DJ's like laying at the tree at the base under where this blood is dripping.
Lovely. All right. And that is where we
check on them.
Can you go check on DJ?
DJ, yeah.
You can do whatever you want. This is your game.
I want to collect some of the dripping blood.
Oh, okay.
I have an alchemist kit, so I'm assuming I have like an empty small.
You should have
vial or
some sort of
something.
vials and corks.
Yeah, I want to
collect
collect a little sample of it.
Okay.
Sarzeneth is going to walk out of her tent, look at DJ, see the dripping blood and all of the metal. What form is Roxy in right now?
Forgot to disguise himself. So,
Got it.
Hex blood.
Sees Hex blood Roxy, looks over at Todd. Todd's also covered in blood and making charcoal, and just walks right back into her tent.
It's an appropriate response for half angel, half demon.
E-Smart kind of waking up as you come back in. I smell breakfast.
You're probably not going to want to eat it.
Oh. Well, I'm going to go see anyways. And he hops up,
Okay.
grabs his book, and goes for it. Oh my gosh. Do you have eggs?
See?
I do have eggs, and I just scrape the other side of the pan, and just little flaky black stuff comes off. But just so you know, these don't come from chickens, they come from nests. Don't try to squeeze these out of a chicken. That's not how it works.
By the way, the bonus episode is hysterical. He reaches over and he picks up some of the flecks of charcoal and begins to eat it. It's kind of like,
Isn't it terrible? It's very terrible.
Doesn't taste like the eggs my mom used to make.
Doesn't taste like any eggs I've ever had.
I don't want to finish this.
I don't either.
Okay.
But here, take some to Sar, and I just get some more black flakes.
Oh, okay.
Sar's enough.
Okay. Yeah, so E-Smart comes back into you with black flakes. Breakfast!
I take whatever, like the plate or whatever, and then I like peek back out the flap and see if Todd's looking at me, and then just like scrape him on the ground.
Good call, Sar. Good call.
So did I catch anything? Any of my traps went off?
Let's see.
They would have been for smaller possum size, maybe a small raccoon or something.
You caught 3 small creatures of your choice. You tell me what they were.
Nocturnal, I'll say a couple possums. Is there a source of water, a river or anything, a lake?
You are like literally 10 feet away from a lake, pond, pool thing that feeds like there's like the rivers, and then it's Sarah Pool encampment. It's on a pool.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I would have caught a fish.
Ah, very nice.
And I will take the possums over to where the fish trap is, and I will kill them and start cleaning them for stuff. And I'll take
Very
out
nice.
this little ear I have on a necklace and cast a message to Eastmark and be like, hey, come over here for a second. I want to show you something.
Sarzaneth, was that you?
No, did you hear something?
No. Nope. Mm-mm.
Would I have heard the reply since he's the last reply?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can be like, it's Roxy. I'm over by the water.
I'll be right back, Sarzaneth. I'm just gonna go do something real quick. Bye. Eastmark runs over to you. Was that you? How did you do that?
I will show you. And I have like a limp possum in my hand. And then I show him the ear. This is what I use to speak to other people. And I just cut the ear off of the possum. And I'm like, I stuff it in a little jar and pour alcohol in it. I say, if you leave this in here for 1 week and then let it dry for a week, it'll also help you speak to people from a distance. They'll only be able to hear you, and they can reply to you as well.
Okay. That's really cool. And he just like grabs it from you. Okay.
Remember, 1 week in, 1 week to dry.
1 week in, 1 week to dry. Got it. I'm gonna go show Sarzaneth. Sarzaneth. He runs back in. Look at my ear. It's gonna help me talk to people.
Who gave that to you?
Roxy gave it to me.
Oh, that makes sense. Don't eat it. That wouldn't be a good idea.
No, we're supposed to dry it, and then I can talk to people. Although I already talked to people, but I can talk to people from
Further
far away. Yeah. Yep.
Great, great. I am sure your sister will be very happy with me. Fantastic.
She awake yet? It's getting like...
No idea.
I think we have to get going and stuff, right? Like we were just supposed to stay the night, and then we were supposed to go. Where is everyone?
DJ is taking care of themselves. Todd is over by the fire, and then you just saw Roxy, and I'm here. So, who else are we looking for?
My sister. That's okay. I'll go.
Why
bug
don't
her.
we go find her?
Okay.
Okay.
You step out of the tent. You move towards Irina's tent, and you see the tent itself is kind of moving a little. And you see a wolf heading straight for the woods, seemingly having just shot out of the tent.
I'm gonna immediately tell Eastmark to go back to my tent.
To practice with the ear.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Got it. And then he's gonna go back into the
Great.
tent and he's gonna be like, okay, Sarzaneth, I'm here. And I can talk to you while you're over there.
And then I'm just gonna shout, and make sure you have the thing I gave you out. That's the dagger.
Oh, okay. He's got his jar and his dagger and his spell book.
Great, fantastic. And then I'm gonna head right into the tent.
Okay. The rest of you, you see, you hear Sarzaneth, you know, yelling to Eastmark and then beelining towards Irina's tent. Sarzaneth. You step in there. And Irina is awake, gathering her things very slowly. She looks up. I'm coming. I know that we have to get going. I'm working on it.
Where'd the wolf go? And where'd it come from? And why was it here?
I don't know what you're talking about. Was there a wolf in camp? I heard something screaming earlier. Was that?
That was a pig. No, there was a wolf outside your tent.
It did not bother me.
What color was the wolf?
The wolf was pitch black. Shiny.
Do I notice anything different about Irina?
Without a perception check, you can see, like I said, she's slow right now, just slow movement. Could be groggy, early morning stuff. She's talking slower, slightly slurring. Won't make eye contact. That's all you can tell without a perception check.
I mean, I'm willing to make either a perception or investigation check, because Sarzaneth has no idea of personal space.
Okay, so do whichever one you prefer. I mean...
Perception is better. That would be a 22.
22. She's... her skin is slightly lighter in color. She has like 2 scarves wrapped around her neck. And she is blatantly trying not to make eye contact with you as she gathers her things.
Fantastic. I am going to walk over, pretending like I'm going to help her gather her things, and then just immediately grab one scarf by either end and just, like, twirl her to yank off the scarves.
This is when Roxy enters the tent.
Sleight of hand check.
Okay.
I want to see just how well this goes for you. If it goes, you know, like that or disastrously. Is that a word? Disastrously. Yeah.
It is now.
Oh, it's a great word. And that's a 23 because I have expertise in sleight of hand.
So yeah, you walk over. You're like, all right, let me help you. And you just like grab this.
What is going on in here?
Josh.
She puts her hands over her throat.
She's hiding something.
It is none of your
like,
business.
Is that
I'm just
true?
gonna like grab her arms and start flying up. And see how long it takes for her to let go of her neck.
I feel like there's a better way we could have done this.
I just want to sit in this visualization for a second. Just Irina, like, up in the air, choking herself as Stars is like, come on! She lets go. There is fresh blood still oozing out of 2 puncture wounds in her neck.
That's what I thought.
What is going on?
Guys, we have a vampire!
I'm not
Irina?
a vampire.
I'm gonna tear the tent down.
You just
Expose her to the sunlight.
you just rip the tent apart.
Yeah, just the fastest way I see it happen, I'm gonna expose her to the sunlight. I don't care where I have to tear it.
I just want to make a point that when DJ's not around, everyone acts real DJ-like.
How am I supposed to run a serious campaign? Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Okay, so give me
that was long gone the first episode.
give me a strength check.
With my -1.
Roxy, because I want to see what this actually looks like, separate from your intent.
By the way, I didn't put her down. She's still in the air.
Do you want my?
She's just up like this. He's like.
Do you want disadvantage? I rolled pretty good.
Yes, I want the disadvantage. Right. Disadvantage is used. Yes.
Oh, second one was better. So 15 total. And that's with a -1 modifier.
So you're not like the Hulk ripping down the tent in one fell swoop.
More like sharp, my sharp nails.
So tell me what you do it, but it takes a minute. So tell me what that looks like.
I look for the first support system of the tent, and I just wrap my long fingers around it and just tear at it until it collapses.
The whole tent comes down. On top of you. Yeah, did you rip a hole in the top?
No, I just look for the first support. I can mage hand the tent away later.
Everyone outside sees just fabric, just this fabric with, very tall something in the middle of it as Irina is still being held up in the air with Sarzneth. Looks like a 15-foot tall person.
I'll summon Dante from the other side of the tent to pull it off of us.
So Sarzneth, and you feel like the of like this fabric going over your face. You're like, ugh. Eventually it is off. The rest of you outside see Sarzneth holding Irina up in the air.
DJ is still sleeping.
You're like, not me.
Alan has approached and has charcoal bacon in one hand and some jerky in the other, and is just watching.
I'm gonna look for something shiny. See if we can see her reflection in it.
Does she react to the sunlight at all?
No, more to the fabric being ripped over her face.
That's fine.
And that she's still hanging in the air. It's like, let me down! You need to just put me down!
Vampire. I don't think she's turned.
Fine, but you have to explain the bite marks. And I'm gonna set her down right next to the fire, right next to Todd.
She's like, can I at least have my scarf back before... you can see, like, the other Vistani people that live in this camp are starting to move out of their tents. And Irina looks at you frantically like, can I please have the scarf real quick?
Dante will pick up a scarf and hand it to her.
She puts it on, tightens it, and, like, looks right at you.
Bacon? It's fresh.
That was the pig I was
There's
talking
jerky
about.
if you don't like the bacon. No, shh, Eddie, shh. Just let her eat it. Jerky?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Are you sure? It's very good.
I'm
Shh, Eddie.
completely positive that I do not want any of that. Thank you very much.
Fine.
She has some explaining to do before she can eat anything.
It is nothing. It is why I was worried about Eastmark. I didn't think it... Baba warned me that it could happen, and I was worried about Ismark being there if it did. According to Baba, I'm good unless I get bitten a third time, so...
You've been bitten 2 times?
You see her kind of like, oh... You know, like a haggard moment. I should not have said that.
You did not explain this when you hired us.
It is... I don't really care what happens to me. I care about what happens to Ismark. He is the one that is under death threat or prisoner threat. I don't know what it is that is happening there, but...
He's fine right now. I mean, he has an ear, but he's fine.
Where is his other ear?
It's fine. It's jarred.
No.
It's okay.
No, he has 3 ears. There's an extra one.
Hey,
okay, at least I told you. You didn't tell us about the vampire bites.
It is... Well, the first one happened, and then I didn't... I just felt a little bit tired, and it was okay. And this second one happened last night. Baba said I will be okay as long as the third one does not happen.
What's to stop the third one from happening?
Well, that is why I need to get to Valaki. I can't stop them. So I need to we need to get to Valaki. I don't have the willpower. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you. But surprise, now you know.
It's also our fault we didn't ask if you've been bitten by vampires, so.
That is not something that somebody should have to ask about.
Around here, it seems like it.
Zarzanath, can she have breakfast now?
Yes.
Todd starts to hand her the jerky again. Eddie, shh.
You're handing it to Irina again?
Yeah, it's better than the bacon.
Is it charcoal?
No, it's fine. It's jerky. I didn't make this. You don't have to worry about it. I did not make it.
Okay.
It's better than the bacon.
I know. As a DM, I know what this jerky is.
What is the jerky?
As an NPC, Irina does not.
It's jerky.
She reaches out and she goes, I am a little bit hungry. And she takes a bite.
I just look over at the floating bone and just laugh. And then I go sit on the other side of the fire.
She watches you laugh and point at her and kind of like...
They've been in a weird mood all morning.
Spits it out. Looks at Zarzanath.
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
Let's go find you some other food that it wasn't in the hands of them.
I'll go see if I can wake up DJ.
Oh, and then we should just... I have rations of my own. And we should just get on the road and yeah, go... yeah, you should go get
is already awake.
I'll go see Ismark. And she gets up and heads into the tent.
Todd's gonna grab the jerky back and turn and face the bone and take a giant bite of the jerky. And then is gonna walk off to pack the horses.
Zarzanath is going to stop them. So what's the jerky actually made out of?
It's wonderful. Do you want some?
No. I don't wish to be laughed about.
It's not, it's fine. It's only cannibalism if you're human.
So that, okay. Nope. Then she just walks off. Nope, I am not dealing with that today.
Roxy, you were gonna go get DJ?
Yeah. So the black thread, is it exposed at all?
Of DJ or the thing hanging?
Any of the black thread that I've seen sew DJ back together.
Yes. If you get closer to DJ, you see a lot of the black threads is like dangling out of their body, and a chunk of it is like weaved, attached to this metal in the tree that's inside of the coverage.
I'm gonna try to cut off a little sample.
From the thing in the tree or from DJ?
The thing in the tree. I figured the mass is probably DJ.
Got it. So give me like a. You can do an attack or a strength thing, just for the sake of knowledge, to see what happens when you try to cut the one from the tree.
I have daggers.
I have
19.
That is not enough, but as you try to cut it, you will notice how tough this material is. It's like trying to cut through metal, but because you're trying to pull on the thread, suddenly this massive like chunk of meat drops down and like kind of lands on you, and you'll notice it's almost as if this body made of nothing but muscle tissue and weaves of metal has been woven into the layers of muscle, almost like they've been intertwined, stacked, and threaded amongst one another. And you see the black threads, some of it are loose from this mass of muscle. And you can see some of the muscle tissue looks dwarvish from just the stoutness of it, but you see the metal fragments have been there to weave and make it look more humanoid.
I just hold it. I'm like, oddly not the weirdest thing that's happened this morning. I'll start trying to pat DJ to wake them up. Sorry to wake you. We're trying to get an early start in.
I'm not done. Where is he? Where? And you'll see DJ just kind of jump onto the body and start removes their jaw and starts pulling out some more metal plates and just starts jamming it onto the body of this muscle figure. And once done, puts the feet first into its mouth and just starts and consumes this entire mass of this bloodied muscle metal creature. Attaches the jaw, sews it back on. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Hashtag hairball noises. The rest of the party awaits everyone to gather and head out together this morning.
Just a moment. I'd like to step in to speak to Bob one more time.
Okay.
Is the tent available?
The tent is there. Yeah.
Okay, I will just open it. Hello? Hello, in here.
As you open the curtain, you open it to their void of a face immediately on the other side, like 3 inches in front of your own face.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I just had one final question.
They say nothing, but they tilt their head.
The young boy, he's not a normal human, is he? I thought so. Thank you for your time last night and for your hospitality. And I will just put on my hat and disguise myself as the human woman and turn and walk away.
All right, curtain falls. Baba is gone.
I am ready to go.
With that, I believe you all head out unless there's anything else. All right. So, you bid the gracious Vistani people of this camp goodbye as they are holding their hospitality together as hard as they can. They nod. They thank you for joining them, and they bid you farewell as you leave the Sairpool encampment.
They really don't have to thank us.
Actually,
just for leaving.
They should thank us because DJ did not consume one of their people.
Or thank us for leaving, like Roxy said.
Yeah, you
That's the
can't
first
quite tell. You can't quite tell if they're thanking you for being there with them or if they're thanking you desperately for getting the hell out of there.
Fair.
The children, however, kind of follow along, wave, bye! They loved it. They loved everything about it. And now you follow the river past the pool to get to the base of a canyon, at the far end of which a great waterfall spills into a pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon, nearly it's like 1,000 feet down to this water at this point. The bridge itself is slick with moisture, but seems to be safe enough to cross. As you cross it, you notice some dead rodents and dead birds, many of the cracks and crevices of the structure. You pass chunks of broken gargoyle to your left and your right. DJ?
I'd like to grab the dead rodents and dead birds as we come across.
I was going to say the same thing.
Kind of
Roxy and
scooping
DJ
them.
are just divvying up the dead animals.
Mhm.
Like one for you, one for me, one for you.
Oh, you got a rodent last time. I get rodents this time.
I caught 2 rodents last night. You can have these ones.
Irina just watches and shakes her head. E-Smart goes over and grabs one of the dead birds while you guys are like divvying the other ones. Just kind of grabs it and puts it in his pocket to see if either of you notice.
I have a passive perception of 15. I doubt it.
If I noticed,
That's
I
a
wouldn't
pretty high
say
passive.
anything. I would just thumbs up.
Shoves it in his pocket. Yeah, you cross this bridge again. Gargoyle bits everywhere. Something previously destroyed these statues for whatever reason. The fog spills out of the forest behind you, beginning to swallow up the road. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone supports, looming gray. There are huge iron gates hanging on the stonework. The dew kind of clings to the rusted bars of these gates, and 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet, much like the gargoyle heads, kind of in stony bits. They greet you with only silence. And as you approach, you hear the resounding as the gates open slowly and painfully, seemingly triggered by your arrival.
Is there anything on the other, I want to do a quick peek to see if there's anything kind of tucked behind the gates that might have pushed it.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
And there's just strews of gargoyles and other things around.
Yep.
10.
10. You look, nothing there. And as you guys, you step through the gates, right?
Not yet, or because DJ is going to is going to grip part of the bar with one hand, and then grip in a higher part with another hand, and then bite the shit out of it and try to rip off a piece.
Of this, iron bar. Okay, cool, okay. You bite off some of the rust, kind of gnaw down off of the rust, and what's left is the shiny under bits of the bars.
Hmm. Can I tell if something is connected to this type of mechanism that would make it auto-open?
Is this Arcana based, this feature? I can't remember.
It is just my background feature, so if it's mechanical, I'll know it. If it's Arcana, then I won't know it. I only know like actual architecture through this feature.
Got it, that's right. No, there's nothing architecturally connected to the automatic opening of the gates.
Perfect. I'm gonna spit this out because iron is disgusting, and I'm gonna go eat some of those the stone bits around and gnaw on that a little bit.
The stone from the heads, or the people heads, or like the gargoyle heads?
Whichever's closer. I need to get this taste out of my mouth.
Okay. You pick up a bit of like gargoyle like face and you pop it in your mouth, and as you chew down on it, it suddenly becomes very flesh-like.
DJ is going to immediately start to consume as many gargoyle bits as possible.
Okay. Yeah, you all just see DJ running around, stuffing rocks.
Specifically, assuming these are gargoyles, I'm looking for the bits that are from the wings.
You find them. They're a little leathery.
Yeah, no, I'm eating those first. I'm gonna eat a couple pairs of them.
All right. Takes about 10 minutes out of, everybody's got to kind of stop for 10 minutes while DJ consumes the gargoyle pieces. But yeah, you get all of it. Like all of it.
I'm gonna walk over not knowing that it's turning to flesh and just be like, I grabbed some teeth from that dwarf we found. If it helps you chew up stone, I'll just pull out a handful of dwarf teeth that I pulled out of the skeleton. They seem pretty healthy. I'll hand them over.
And then immediately DJ takes their claw-like fingers and starts ripping out their teeth one at a time, specifically like the molars and the front gnaws. And then as soon as they're and then starts jamming these ones into the space left. So there's now sharp like canine ones and these like strong dwarven fronts and molars.
Very cool. Eastmark is like a foot away from you, wide eyes, watching this whole process. And Irina kind of comes over like, you just come stand by me. And is that all for here?
Todd's gonna get up really close to Eastmark and hold out a black apple and say, "You want to meet Raven?"
Ooh. Wait, you're handing it to Eastmark?
Oh, hell no. I'm just showing him Raven.
Oh, okay.
I'm introducing them.
Who's Raven?
She's my friend.
That's an apple.
This is Raven. I endured a lot of bloody vomit for this.
Is that why you're all sticky?
All of this.
You pokes your skin and it kind of like his finger sticks.
So Todd never cleaned himself? I'm sharing a horse with Todd. I don't know prestidigitation either.
Why is your friend in an apple? And why is the apple... It looks like a candy apple.
I think I killed her.
You killed your
friend? I'm not real happy about it. Yeah, I think I did. But a tree barfed on me and gave her back.
That's really weird.
It was actually not the weirdest part of my night. And I just tucked the apple back in my pocket.
Are you gonna get your friend out of the apple?
I hope so.
Well, I'll learn more magic and I can help you. DJ and Roxy are teaching me. And with that, you make it through the gates, and again, they creak closed behind you. Slowly, loudly.
Are the gates attached to a wall?
Yeah.
So there's like a whole wall dividing.
There's like these big stone things sticking up out of the ground, kind of touching the forest. Very tight tree system, as Todd is familiar with something like this.
Yes.
Yes. And the Old Svalich Road transitions here from being a winding path to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into, more fog. Fog-filled valley. Fog everywhere. You see a hill, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill. Its warped wooden vane stripped bare. The onion-domed edifice leans forward to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. It's just kind of like this lopsided windmill. There are gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. Decrepit wooden platforms encircling this windmill, kind of wrapping around it. And you can see a front door cracked open slightly, and a crow that is sitting there next to the door, sees you from afar and lets out a caw.
Does it look like the windmills from the house that had all the windmills in it?
It looks, wonky.
Or like it might have been that windmill?
Yeah.
Time ago?
Looks like it could have been that, yeah. There's like bits of red paint left on it and stuff.
There's something in it that we need, I think. Isn't that what Baba said yesterday?
I have a bad feeling about that windmill.
I have a bad feeling about a lot of things.
Do we want to go in now? Can we wait a moment?
What do you want to wait for?
I can go ahead and go in. And you guys can stay outside. I have a way of talking to people. And I'll take off my disguise, put it back on, and turn into a very regal-looking half-elf woman with brown hair. Like, fancy dress, coat, like, kind of on the richer side.
Okay, I can finish later. I'll finish it later. I can do it later. It'll be fine.
No,
I can do it
what
later.
is it? What is it? Eastmark comes up and puts a hand on you. I can help you. What is it?
I have the last pieces to put on my friend, and it's almost done. It's almost done. I'll be back. Yeah.
DJ, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not. I'm fine.
Do we need to stop for lunch so you can work on your friend?
No, if we have to keep going, we can go. It's fine. No, I have time. Time. We have time.
I feel like that means we don't have time.
All I want to do is talk to the people in the window. You guys don't have to go in if you don't want to.
We're not letting you go in by yourself.
What is the point of this windmill?
You remember Baba mentioned something in a windmill that we needed.
Todd's just gonna yell really loudly, "There's something to defeat Strahd in the windmill!"
What are you doing? Why would you yell that?
DM, since I
Because you're
lost
all
my
the
notes.
way over there? You wouldn't hear me if I whispered.
Todd! She can probably hear us. You gotta be very careful.
She can probably hear us if we whisper. Lunch? Yes? No? No lunch?
We're not letting you cook it.
I have more jerky.
I'm not eating your jerky.
Ismark, you want some jerky for lunch?
No.
Yeah!
No.
And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna hold it out
Absolutely
where I'm
not.
hiding it from the other adults.
Sleight of hand.
Absolutely
Todd
not.
knows all about kids wanting to do what they're told not to do. Oh, I need dice. It's a 5.
Yeah, everyone sees you holding it out.
Let me
No?
see what you're doing.
He looks up at you.
And I'll just be kind of like,
No.
Yeah, no.
What?
Yes? No.
No.
I'll lean to Zarzanath. What is
Okay.
the jerky made out of?
It's only cannibalism if you're human.
Irina!
John's gonna hand him the jerky again.
He
Jerky?
grabs it.
It's
Irina,
very
look!
good.
This is made out of people! Look! You need to. Oh
Does she? She
I
recognizes
ate that
it.
this morning! She takes it from his hand, tosses it down. You do not eat that. And Todd, we are going to have a talk later.
Well, you didn't need to trash it. I'll lick the dirt off. It's fine. And I'll pick it back up.
Oh my god. If
And
you
I
have
start
something that
wiping
is...
the dirt off of the jerky by rubbing it on my bloody self. And I'm a little confused as to why this is not working. It's just getting dirtier.
That's because you're dirty.
Sorry, I think I need a bath.
You very much need a bath.
It feels a little itchy.
You see, the door of the windmill opens a little more. And someone
Hey,
kind
maybe
of
they have a bath.
steps out.
Maybe
try
they'll
and
How
let
clean
DJ
is the
finish
person
his
that
work.
steps out?
Wait, what?
They asked how clean the person was that stepped out.
Very clean, actually. It is, this appears to be a man, like dirty blonde hair, wearing like a white, I don't know the right word for this, like a tunic type shirt? Like fancy, long sleeve, little poofy.
Roxy
Clean.
just
dirty.
says,
Clean.
Perfect.
Very, 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 very stain-free shirt. And,
Roxy, we need to go talk to them. Maybe they'll let me take a bath.
and nothing else. No, I'm kidding. Um,
When Roxy sees it's a man, they go perfect and adjust their illusion. Not really actually wearing the clothes, but it's just like patting them down and like getting themselves ready and starts walking up.
Is this person human?
they look human. They give a wave.
Which item
Welcome.
was it that we were
Todd
looking
waves back.
for in the windmill?
If you didn't take notes, you're gonna have to roll a history check.
Oh my
It's okay.
child
Todd
has these notes.
remembers.
DJ's running at full speed,
But Todd
coming at
also
the
has
door frame,
really crappy handwriting.
Oh,
22.
and DJ's gonna bite off a piece of the windmill.
If you're hungry, I have food in here. You don't need to chew on my home.
Don't worry,
They
he's just
don't
interested in
eat
the
regular
architecture.
food.
With a 22, you remember it was some sort of symbol of hope,
Yeah, the symbol of hope
magic item of some sort.
is literally the only thing I wrote down about it in a mill.
Yep. Gonna
Do you
eat this
mind
piece of wood.
Mind if we come and speak a moment?
Yeah, you're all gonna come. You do not have to eat that, honey. You can come on in here, and I have pie. You're welcome to have some.
A baby boombox will literally pop. The shoulder of DJ will tear open as baby boombox starts to come out, making a grimacing face. As DJ
Baby
continues to
boombox.
on them.
Oh,
Pie would
how
be
about the rest of
lovely.
you? Yes, come on in.
Can, do you?
Could I trouble you for a bath first? I had a rough night.
This isn't
The
from
Chaos
violence as
Gods
far
were
as we
not
know.
kind to me.
This can.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure
Be
it's mostly
arranged?
human blood, not my blood.
Well, my bath is upstairs, so what I can offer you, and he kind of motions around the windmill, and there's like a trough of some sort. It's got cold water in it, but I can heat something up for you if you would like.
I would pay you for a bath. I
Like,
have like all the gold.
are you
'cause I keep
wanting
taking
me-
it all.
To wash
No,
you.
I will wash myself, but if I could just use your bath, it would be preferable.
Unfortunately, that is upstairs, and my father is not home, and he does not like me to let company go upstairs, and so I would need to talk to him first. You're welcome to use the trough.
The
Fine.
trough will work
I'm just
great,
gonna go
thank
sit at the
you.
table covered in my muck.
Like you
I'm
just
gonna
walk
refuse
into
to-
the.
I'm gonna refuse to bathe.
And DJ will crawl across this like the top of the frame that they're at inside, and then jump into the place.
Okay. You step into this bottom floor of this windmill. The ground floor here, you can tell it's been converted into like a makeshift kitchen. It's actually kind of filthy. It's not very clean in here for as clean as this person looks. There are baskets and old dishware piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart that you recognize. It's got a little curtain around the bottom of it. There's a chicken coop. There's a heavy wooden trunk. Pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. You hear the clucking of chickens, and you hear of many toads. Frogs?
I'm gonna point to the cart, and I'm gonna be like, I know your father. He's my best friend. I don't remember why, but I know that he's my best friend.
Is your father the one that makes the pies?
Well, it is a family business, yes. We all work together to make pies, and you can like feel the warmth coming from a brick oven against like the far wall. And and he says, I can.
Who's all of us?
Well, my father, my sister, and I.
Where's your sister?
She's working on something upstairs. I can Bella. You hear some movement from the second floor. There's so the stairs kind of arch up, and you hear some movement from up there. And a woman begins to move down the stairs. Very very white gown, also completely free of stains, kind of glowy. Kind of steps down and hello, company.
Can I make a check real quick?
For what?
They're in a very filthy
check.
place, and their clothes are clean, like mine are, even though I was riding on a horse with Todd. Can I try to see if they are covered in illusion?
Funny, we had the same idea. I'd like to bite the man's hand.
Oh no!
When DJ does that, Todd wants to sneak upstairs and take a bath.
Not the way I thought this was gonna go. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sarsaf is just sitting
an
back and
investigation.
enjoying the...
I love it. So, DJ, as this man is kind of gesturing, yes, we have company here. They'd like to eat some. Ah! You hear almost this deep, guttural, like this, and then I told you,
apologize for
darling,
that.
I could get you a pie. You do not need to bite the house or my hand.
And DJ kind of grips their jaw and rips it out as slowly that body that they had consumed starts to come out, this weird mechanical fleshy structure that they made, a combination of flesh and steel, and stands it up, puts their jaw back. Here? What did he taste like? I've consumed a lot of people. What kind of people?
He did not taste like the human that he looks he's supposed to be.
Okay. So
I have a question.
Yes.
This is being asked, and I don't know if I can ask it because it would be something that DJ would know. But does he taste like the frog tongue that DJ now has in his mouth?
Does he taste like a frog's tongue?
No, does he taste like a frog? But since DJ knows what the taste of a frog is because he has his tongue in his mouth.
I do have a frog's tongue.
He also does not taste like a frog. Very intriguing question, though.
So, I am going to activate my, what is this thing called? Let me make sure. Yes, I'm going to activate my arcane armor. As the body of this flesh steel golem tears its chest open, black threads reach out and impale DJ's body, removing components of flesh piece by piece, dismembering DJ as one ravels around the black gem that was at the center of their chest, pulls it into and consumes. And slowly the flesh golem... Hello. I taste lies like your pies.
I beg your pardon. There is no lie about our pies.
And DJ is going to punch him in the face.
Oh, wow. I think we're gonna have to roll initiative.
I guess we're gonna find out what they are a lot quicker than I thought we would.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1 for perception, so I totally believe that they're legit.
So you just see like DJ biting this person and then transforming and punching them.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, they actually just take care of themselves. You know, it's just the workspace is a little messy.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get initiative out of the way.
I got a 19.
19 for Sarzaneth. Casual got a... Not casual. DJ got a 14.
Are Irina and Ismark in here with us?
They are. I guess I should probably roll initiative for them as well.
I'm gonna shout at Ismark to pull out the thing that I gave him.
Okay. Dun dun dun. Getting all that added in here. Very good. Good to go. Good to go. All right. So, and Irina. Okay. So, you see Ismark pull out his little dagger, and he's like, ugh, what's happening? And, oh, he got a 2 in initiative.
Someone finally rolled lower than Todd in initiative.
So, let's see. So, what did everyone else get? What did you get, Todd and Roxy?
15.
Todd got 9.
15 and 9. Yeah. You always roll so low. 15
When it counts, it's always bad.
and 9. Very good. Very good. Okay. So, let me get the, Alright, so you go ahead and you punch him in the face.
Yeah,
Are you trying to do damage?
oh, yes. Oh, absolutely.
Alright, give me the attack roll then, I guess.
All right. That is a 22 to hit.
22 to hit, that's gonna hit. Give me the damage.
That is going to be 10 thunder damage.
10 thunder damage. Good to know. Alright, so what does this look like as you
So
with the
DJ
thunder?
in this flesh mechanical golem armor as punches, there's literally the electricity surges from the piston on the back of its chest where this flesh tears off, steam is released, and an arm just projects forward with a concussive force.
he's still holding his hand, and all of a sudden just like gets sucker punched in the face, just, and he goes, I've welcomed you into my No. And up next, I guess, is going to be...
If possible, I'd like to, because Baby Boombox is always right there. Can Baby Boombox do the combo piece of this attack?
Absolutely.
So with the ejection fist, you'll see Baby Boombox will literally eject out of the hand like a flying cannon at the individual, adding to the punch, because Baby Boombox don't care at all. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits. Yep, that hits. They've
Adding 4 force damage on top.
Okay, so just this extra like, and you hear this guttural, deep, fiendish growl from the deep depths of this man as he turns and he is going to cast Bestow Curse on you, DJ. So I'm going to need you to give me a Wisdom savings throw.
Wisdom. That's acceptable. I deserve that. That is a 21.
A 21? Okay. So he just like turns and you hear him mutter something in another language and wave a hand, and this dark magic oozes from him and tries to get a hold of you and just strangle you out, and you're like, nah.
I'm already a cursed being.
Rich?
What language does that, by chance? Or would you prefer me to tell you what languages I know?
Yes, that one.
I know Abyssal, Infernal, Celestial, and Sylvan.
Abyssal. It is in Abyssal.
Ooh, Todd knows it too.
So you could hear that. Well, you could hear that it was the vocal component for Bestow Curse. So it sounded something like, you know,
Curse you.
curse you.
I bestoweth the curse.
Bestoweth death upon you. Yeah, something around those lines. As Irina pulls out 2 long swords, just like boom, boom, and is going to try and kind of sees this happen to DJ and is like, you know, stand back, DJ. And first one doesn't hit, second one also doesn't hit. Okay, cool, great. So she's gonna pull out these swords and she's gonna swing, and this guy just casually steps back.
I would like to make a point. That is an improvement on the last time she attacked something.
You know what? I swear I did not make a useless NPC. I made her very useful. She's been rolling under 4 every time she rolls.
This time she didn't hit one of us. Last time she did. So she's already one step better.
Oh, I forgot. She gets disadvantage on all actions as well. So, I mean, you can't roll lower than that anyways. But she is really tired and really out of it from the evening before. Sarzaneth, what are you doing in this situation as you watch this happen?
There's so many things I could do.
Roxy, you're on deck.
I would like to run up to the guy, the man, and I would like to attack him with my rapier.
Sounds
and then
excellent.
I will do my psychic blades as a bonus action attack.
Lovely. You see Irina kind of looks over at you as she's flailing with these swords and is missing her mark, almost hitting DJ, almost hitting Roxy. And she just kind of steps aside, like, as you rush in. I'm so curious to know if Todd is still trying to go take a bath or not. Like,
Not like
so the first attack is a 23 to hit.
that hits.
And then the second attack is an 18 to hit.
Okay, that is also.
Cool. So the first attack. First attack is 14 damage.
Okie dokie.
And then second attack is 6 damage.
Okay. Good to know. So that was, yep, got it. And got it. Cool. And yeah, as you tell me what this looks like as you're running forward and hitting with these. Like, are you just landing them in? Is it like fancier than that?
Well, the Psychic Blades is actually not a physical blade. It's like a psychic attack because it's psychic damage. And then, but the rapier is, I mean, it's just running up and slicing at him.
Okay. Lovely. So at this point, you see, Roxy, you're up. DJ, you're on deck. You see at this point, as he gets hit with this this magic, he begins to, like, change. Like, his neck starts twisting, and his shoulders begin jerking around, and his arms begin kind of shaking around violently as his form breaks and expands out, and what you see is this like deep purple flesh, these horns protruding from the head, long claws, not so clean, not like clean, you know, clothes anymore, just very grotesque, fiendish creature before you. And you see his sister over on the stairs watching all of this, beginning to twist and change as well into the same creature. So if...
With Sarzneth's time spent in the Nine Hells, would she possibly know what this creature is with her interaction with all types of fiends and aberrations?
Yes. You would know that this is a night hag.
Great.
And with that, Roxy, you're up. DJ, you're on deck. Todd, you're on deck.
So Roxy's eyes go white as they reach out to the spirits for help, and they bestow a gift to them of a story, and it's wrapped in a story of a married couple that were always there for each other and took great care of each other until they eventually died. And then I'll use that gift and I'll send it DJ's way, since I saw him almost get cursed. And you get 11 temporary hit points, and then you get to choose someone within 5 feet of you that also gets that 11 temporary hit points as bonus action for Tales from Beyond.
I can do that now, or I can do that.
Yeah, you just choose someone within 5 feet of you that also gets it.
The smart thing would be to choose Sarzneth, right? Because Sarzneth is nearby. But obviously, DJ needs their companion, so Baby Boombox is gonna get that.
All right.
And that's my turn.
That's your
I'm
turn?
gonna also back up. I'm gonna back up as far away as possible.
All right. DJ, you're up. Todd, you're on deck.
Yes. I would like to cast a second level Throw Hands.
Okay.
As once again, recoiling back, the flesh is tearing further as this piston comes out, and with a massive charge, jams into the shoulder, pushing the arm forward, and this massive ringing bass comes out for the attack. Give me something good. So close. That's a 19.
A 19 hits.
That is going to be 11 points of thunder damage.
Okay. Very cool. And this was coming from you?
Yep, coming from my right fist.
Just a just this explosive thunder energy kind of knocks him back further. Is Baby Boombox taking a turn?
Yeah, but Baby Boombox rolled a 7.
Oh,
Baby
yeah.
Boombox. Yeah, no.
Tell me what that happens with Baby Boombox.
Boombox is already like on as this thing is expanding. Baby Boombox is just beating on its face, like. But it's not getting any of the bass to drop right now. It's still charging the amp.
Okay. Perfect.
I imagine that it's like imagine the cymbal monkeys, but just like the cymbals are like banging on the head.
Todd, you are up.
Okay. Is the sister still on the stairs?
She is. She rolled very low in initiative.
Okay, Todd is gonna target her and cast Mind Spike.
Sounds
You're
good.
gonna do it? Oh, that's not how it does. Okay, she has to make a wisdom saving roll.
Wonderful. All right, that is a 5, 6, 7.
Okay, she fails. So
I'm gonna
she
throw
takes...
this away. I'm gonna throw this dice away.
That's okay. I rolled really crappy damage, and I'm not really fond of D&D Beyond right now because out of 3d8s, that's an 8.
So 8 damage.
8 damage, but I also know. I always know where she is if we're on the same plane of existence.
Oh.
For up to an hour.
Okay, sounds good. And that is your whole turn?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Lovely. So, it is now her turn as she is going to kind of put up her hands and say, "We do not need to fight. I think that we can come to a deal." And she looks at all of you like, are they going to continue attacking? Can I try and calm this down?
I just want a bath. Like a nice bath, not in your animal trough.
What is
hospitality?
What is she seeing from DJ right now? Which is most interest here.
What you'll see is DJ's body is now swirling with chaotic energy of multiple colors.
Cool. Okay. Well, with that, she is going to go ahead and cast Lightning Bolt directly at DJ, who is the one who instigated this, who is the one that does not look like they can be reasoned with. And that will be stroke of lightning, forming a line 100 feet long, 5 feet wide, blasts out. So actually, Sarzaneth and Roxy... Actually, I think that with this small of a space, I could probably get all of you with it. So everybody make me a dexterity savings throw.
Does that
Roxy
also
backed
mean
up
that
as
this
far
man's
as
gonna get it?
possible.
Wait, what? 2 questions. Wait, does that also mean what?
Roxy backed up as far as possible, like up against the wall.
Okay, fair. You don't have to roll. You don't have to roll then, Roxy. Fine. Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to be in a fight.
That's a 19 for me.
19. Okay.
And a 17 for Baby Boombox.
Fine. All right. Cool. Oh no, Todd.
So I need anybody who watches this to let me know where you get reliable dice on Twitter at the boss Jessie J. Please, before next week.
Was it a 1?
Todd rolled a 1.
Yes.
That is a natural 1.
Oof. Okay. So
Does the blood shield me at all? Now that it's dry? Like just a layer of shielding.
if anything, all of the blood is activated by this lightning that you are hit with. What was your roll, Sarzaneth?
I got a 19 as well.
Got a 19 as well. So okay, so
Well, the rest of us take half.
Todd, you are going to take 26 damage.
Oh.
Everyone else is going to take 13.
I am going to use Absorb Elements.
No! as she kind of looks around, you know, is like, we can
have
come
a
to a
reaction
deal.
when I get
and
hit.
then sees DJ absolutely like, and is like, all right, lightning energy out and boot to all of you.
I get to hit her back.
Of course, yep.
I have a reaction, thank God, because I also have 4 hit points.
Todd's not one. They weren't in range, but they tripped over their own foot
Figure
in
out.
front of the lightning bolt.
Okay, it's also a dex save.
Dex save, got it.
DJ's used to get hit by lightning. Got hit by lightning yesterday.
That is going to be 15, 16, 17.
Oh yeah, but she has to take half.
All right.
So half would be 10.
Half would be 10. Okay, got it.
So I have 4 hit points, and I'm out of spell slots. I'm just having a great time.
That's my luck life.
Still covered in dried blood.
Hugging my black apple.
Just wants a death.
With that, Eastmark is going to take Stagger. And he is going to run for the nearest hag, which is the guy that DJ is interacting with currently. So he's going to run up and hit with a...
A 3, a 4, a 5.
A 4! They've not rolled over a 4 at all. Like, this is
I need
only
to know
our
where you
second
got
battle.
those dice so that I cannot get them. I can't afford those dice.
So little Eastmark grabs out his dagger and he goes, ah! And he runs up and he just jams it right into this guy's like there's like a skull kind of sitting on this hag's like rope belt, and Eastmark just kind of lands the dagger into the skull and goes, and goes to pull back, and that brings us back up to that hag, unfortunately, who is going to reach out and try to yeah, they are going to bestow curse upon Eastmark. And Eastmark got a 5 to save.
That sounds about right.
More than 4. It was more than 4.
So, they are going to choose that Eastmark is going to have disadvantage on all attack rolls. So you can see this dark energy, the same one that kind of tried to choke out DJ, reach out and successfully just wrap itself around Eastmark as you see him kind of like shake a little bit and pull back and drop the dagger that he had stabbed with. Bringing us to Sarzaneth. I think it's your turn.
How good / bad is this hag looking in front of me?
They're still looking really good.
Okay. All right. I definitely did not use sneak attack last time, and I should have. But that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna just do the same thing I did last time, but add in the damage that I'm supposed to add in. So the lowest is the 21.
Lowest is a 21, that hits.
Yes. Okay, then the other one's a crit. So I'll do the crit first, even though, and it was the one on with sneak attack. So I mean, I guess it balanced out, I guess. I don't remember what to do. Oh, okay. So we'll do this first. So the first attack, because I rolled really well on damage dice, like extremely well, was a 35 damage.
Okay.
Rose.
Very nice. That was just one of the attacks? Or is that...
Yeah, the second one's not... Yeah, the second one isn't going to be too much, but the second one will be 8 damage.
Okay. Excellent. Perfect. Wonderful. Great. Cool. So as you finish up this attack, the door behind you creaks open. And you all see the little old man from the village of Barovia. And he takes in the scene, realizes what's going on. You see him reach into his pocket for something. And I need to know...
I'm immediately gonna yell, "Hi! I've missed you! I still don't remember, but I know you're my best friend. What was it that we had in common that you're my best friend? I love you.
You
Just
both
put it
eat
back."
people.
You don't know that he eats people, Sar.
See him look at you, Todd, and he gives just this disgruntled, like, "I've gotten rid of you once, I'll do it again." And he reaches into his pocket, and him and the other 2 hags, and whoever the hag is currently holding on to, like in contact with, which I believe, DJ, is that you?
Oh, without a doubt, was ready for another punch. Fueled
All
with
3 of these hags and DJ disappear. Just absolutely disappear.
I would know where the one is.
No, you wouldn't.
Fine. Todd
They are no longer on this plane.
is gonna run upstairs and look for the bath.
Okay.
Your best friend just stole your other best friend, and all you can think about is having a bath?
And I would like to make a point
Well,
that
hey, my best friend's left without me.
on the ground where DJ stood is a little baby boombox.
Sarsanet is gonna pick up baby boombox.
And that is where we are going to have to end the session for today. As they are gone, DJ is gone. And that'll also explain how DJ is not here this next week. And we will have to see how we get DJ back. So, next week we will open there. You can have your bath, Todd.
I'm sure everyone in the party would appreciate that.
I mean,
It can't be smelling good after an entire day caked in blood.
Yeah. Yeah, the person that shares the horse with you would love it.
DJ had no sense of smell, so DJ didn't know the difference.
Sarsanet is flying above with DJ, so.
So, I guess with that, we will outro ourselves and call it a night. Why don't we... I'll go ahead and... I'll go first. I am Beth the Bard everywhere at It's Beth the Bard. I'm running this show. I am creating a DM's Guild publication to go along with it. Yeah. How about you next, Fenway?
Hi everyone, my name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM, on Twitter and at Jasper's Game Day on all of the social medias, and I've been playing Sarsanet, and yeah, it's been a blast to be here. And I run I'm going to be running tomorrow night here on the same channel at 6 p.m. EST with both Beth and Casual as my players for our last episode of Angel in the City of Glass.
It'll be fine.
Long live the bed.
Fine. Long live the bed.
If the characters make it, that's fine too.
As long as the bed makes it, right?
Ty.
I mean, the bed's not alive anymore.
Yeah, the bed was taken from us, I believe. Ty, outro yourself.
I am Ty Stone at Roxy Tiefling on Twitter, head of logistics at Beth the Bard LLC, where I work behind the scenes to help bring you guys fun stuff.
And Jessie J.
I'm Jessie Davidson. I write Dungeons and Dragons content. And please, for the love of all things holy, find me at the boss Jessie J on Twitter and tell me where you get some really great balanced dice because Todd is not going to survive Barovia with my current setup. Balanced dice at the boss Jessie J on Twitter. Please.
You're like, or like weighted, you know, toward that 20. Or no, it'd be. Wait, I know how physics work. Never mind. J Casual.
I have been DJ Boombox. I am Jay. What can I say? Casual Campbell. All social media at casual_Campbell. I am one who aspires to inspire to the day I expire with no plans to retire. And this month, I am going to be releasing some playtest content for my 5e compatible Deep Breath set in the retro-futuristic high fantasy setting of Horiath. July 23rd on the initiative order is the first streamed playtest, and I'll be giving out some PDFs for people to experience, where you can explore wondrous futuristic regions such as the cyberpunk enhanced land of samurai, steampunk Victorian blood, fueled by lightning mages and stone-built houses with massive digital displays, where you have classes based off Super Saiyans, Namekians, Fullmetal Alchemists, and also things like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Digimon, and Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Attack on Titan. Everything you need for anime experience in your 5e life. Take a deep breath and exhale excitement.
Yay! And I think we got everyone. So thank you for being here this week. Thank you to DC for producing. I think last week I thanked DJ for producing. It's DC. Thank you, DC. Yeah, thanks for being here. Guys, I can't wait to go through the comments and pick out, you know, the funny ones and figure out what to name this episode. So yeah, see you next week and bye.